Imagine losing someone who lit up every room, only to realize years later the words you never said still echo in your heart. At 78, one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses is finally breaking her silence about the complicated love she felt for a comedic genius who hid his pain behind endless laughter. This is a story of friendship, regret, and the ache of what might have been. She came into the world in sunny California back in 1946, raised in a home where movie sets felt like playgrounds. Her mom acted on screen. Her stepdad flipped cars and fought villains as a stuntman. Show business wasn't a dream, it was dinner table talk. By her late teens, she landed a bubbly TV role that turned her into America's sweetheart overnight. Short skirts, bright smiles, a nun who could fly millions tuned in every week. But the sparkle started to feel like a cage. She wanted meatier parts, roles that let her bleed on camera. So she trained hard, studied with the toughest teachers, and clawed her way into serious drama. Her gamble paid off. A TV movie about a woman shattered by inner demons earned her the industry's highest praise. Then came the big screen, a factory worker fighting for dignity, a widow holding her family together through the Dust Bowl. 2 golden statues sat on her shelf before she hit 40. She could do comedy, heartbreak, anything. Blockbusters, tear-jerkers, stage lights, she conquered them all while raising 3 boys who grew up to tell their own stories with words and lenses. Off-camera wasn't smooth. First marriage at 22, 2 little boys by 26. Divorce by 29. Then a whirlwind romance with a leading man that burned bright across 4 films and countless headlines. They fought, they laughed, they split, they circled back until the flame finally died. Second marriage, another son, another divorce. Through every storm, she kept working, kept mothering, kept smiling for the cameras, even when her heart felt heavy. If this story touches your heart, please share it. Years rolled on. She wrote a memoir that ripped the curtains wide open childhood wounds, Hollywood pressure, the depression that swallowed her teens whole. She described it like a scream trapped inside, an urgency that clawed at her ribs, begging for release. Acting became the only place the scream could come out safely. But the deepest ache she saved for last, her time with him. They met on a now classic family comedy. She played the exhausted ex-wife. He was the dad in a dress, juggling fire and fatherhood. On set, he never stopped jokes machine-gunned from his mouth. Impressions ricocheted off the walls. Crew members doubled over. She couldn't catch her breath. Then, without warning, he'd drop into stillness, eyes soft, voice low, asking if she was really okay. Those moments stitched them together in a way no script could write. She loved him. Not fireworks and roses love, but the kind that sneaks up and camps out in your soul. I miss him every day, she says now, voice cracking. And I hate that I never told him how much his quiet kindness held me up. She saw the shadows he carried, the flicker behind the grin. She wanted to pull him aside, say, I see you. You don't have to perform for me. But the set was chaos, life was chaos, and the moments slipped away. He left the world too soon. The news hit her like a freight train. Suddenly every unsaid thank you, every unspoken I'm here, turned into shrapnel. In interviews, she finally lets the tears fall. He was exhausting in the most beautiful way. She laughs through the pain. He'd crack you open with laughter, then stitch you back with tenderness. She wonders if he ever knew how many lives he patched together just by being himself. Now, at 78, she refuses to let another truth stay buried. Speaking his name feels like lighting a candle in a windstorm, fragile, necessary. She tells us this, so we'll do better. Call the friend who's too funny to be sad. Hug the clown who makes the room roar. Say the scary. Tender things before the credits roll. Her story ends where it began, on a soundstage, under hot lights, heart wide open. Only this time, the camera isn't rolling. She's not acting. She's simply a woman who learned too late that love doesn't need a grand gesture. It just needs a voice. If this moved you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because tomorrow isn't promised, but today we can still speak.